So it has been quite a while since I've uploaded a video and all that, and that's because I've been very sick with mono and cat scratch disease, Bartonella insulae. So I've just been tinkering very slowly. I've taken the final drive and I removed the other part from the wheel because I figured, oh, it'll have a cush drive and everything, and it has all the spacers built into it. Got more accustomed to the 3D printer, printed out a really neat little case for the CFI board that I'll be using. Got all the pigtails here for all the different parts, like the intake air temperature and stuff like that. I cut up the old frame, and before anyone gets upset, take a look. These frames are notorious for getting super rusted out, and when you shake it, you can hear just tons of rust inside this thing. So this frame was not going to go anywhere. When I turned it upside down, actually, when I was cutting it, a ton of water came out of it. And this is going to end up being the engine stand, and I cut it in this way so the original exhaust will bolt up to this tab and then bolt up there. I didn't want to put a bunch of pressure on it as I was getting ready to build kind of this engine stand prototype thing. Here's the engine. We've got these, which I had designed in Fusion and then had cut and sent out via send cut send. There's our 36-1. There's our single tooth for cam sync. There's our Cherry Hall effect sensor, simple cheap bracket from leftover parts. Here we have a oil pressure sensor, generic 0 to 100 PSI. And then here's a GM coolant temp sensor, which is actually almost the same thread pitch. Yeah, this is the whole plenum. I drilled and tapped it. I've got to clean it up a little bit with sandpaper, make the transitions a little bit smoother. These are all cut with holes in them. I don't know if you can see that. Kinda. It points directly at the valve. You can't see it, but yeah, this was all like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there as I was in excruciating pain. The next step is continuing to teach myself how to weld aluminum with oxyacetylene. These are my failed ones right here. And a big problem that I had is I was using aluminum brazing flux instead of aluminum welding flux, which I just got in. Brazing flux will boil off at a lower temperature because obviously it's brazing. I didn't know that. And then this is hose and a fuel pressure regulator and stuff like that, but I essentially have all the parts that I need to run this thing, so it's just going to be a matter of wiring it, finishing the fab, welding stuff up, and I think within like a couple months we can have this thing running. Hopefully sooner. We'll see what happens. This is the little update of where everything is.